what I find funny in all of those flashbacks, yeah, is how does Mike get time to have so many different hairstyles, yeah, when he just murdered man? You know what I mean? Every scene, the new hairstyle, I'm like, who's his hairdresser? Why
His
is he so...
barber is his barber's doing bits.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Panel and Frames weekly anime podcast. I'm joined by the usual suspects, Phil and Lewis. And yeah, we're coming to the end of our run on the second season of Tokyo Revengers and only midway through Vinland Saga. So for starters, we're going to talk about the, I guess, penultimate episode of Vinland. Because there's only one episode left, isn't there? There's just episode 13 left.
Yeah.
And yeah, Takemichi's back in the future. He's come and he's arrived to a madness.
Everything's mad, mate. Everything's mad.
I don't know how his because his heart can take any of this, man. Like
this is what I was saying. He should just stay in the same timeline and just enjoy the moment.
But he's a grown man. It'll be weird. For him, he knows it's weird. He knows.
So why is it not weird now then? Why is it not weird now?
What? No, it's because he's not staying. If he stayed there for eternity, well, actually, you know what? Whatever. Because something happens later on. But
he'll be basically reliving his whole childhood.
No, but also he's a man, and I think don't be weird with him and his girl. Like he's a man. Fine, you know
he's still doing it now, though.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say, right? And then if he wanted to pattern up the thing, he'll be like, okay, yeah, I know this is going to happen in the future. I'll go win the lottery and do, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on,
yeah.
Gotta use your noodle.
Yeah, that's true.
Gotta use your noodle.
Hey, look. He's all about friendship and looking after his mandem over money. So you know, he's not about let me be Bill Gates. He's about let me just save my boys, isn't it? So everyone's got their different priorities. But yeah, no, it's true. If I could time travel, much different than what he's doing.
I shouldn't do the same shit again. Are you mad?
Yeah, you died, man. No, I'm joking, obviously. So
sacrifices have to be made. Don't even say you're joking, bro. Sacrifices have to be made. It's ready. Continue.
Anyway, let's continue. So basically, this episode adapts actually 5 chapters actually, 115 all the way through to 119, which is quite interesting.
That's not 5, bro. That's 4.
No, that's 5. So 115, 116, 117, 118, 119. All right.
My bad. I'm thinking sure, like, cool. The maths was a math in my head real quick.
I'm just saying it's obviously 5 minus 5 is 9. But yeah, let's not get into this. But okay. So
a maths lesson.
Takemichi in the future. Well, how many years is Takemichi in the future now? We're not doing all the maths. So Takemichi returns back to the future, and yeah, it's a madness. Mitsuya's dead. He's at his funeral, and then he meets
That's where he starts. That's where he starts at Mitsuya's funeral. Yeah.
No, I know. I'm just saying because obviously we left off with him at the episode. So he starts off there, and then he obviously runs because he's like. But you know, one thing I want to ask, which I find a bit mad. You know his future self. Does his future self get all the memories of the past, like how many years it's been? Because it just seems like he doesn't know anything that's happening.
That's true.
You know what I mean? But then Naito, he's like memories have been erased. He said,
yeah. As soon as Takemichi comes back, he's like, yo, I know you came back with my memories.
But this is it. And he said, oh, you've been to the future. Those are passed several times. So why does he remember everything, but then Takemichi doesn't?
Because he's the key.
Fine. Yeah, okay. But then shouldn't the trigger in it? But then shouldn't Takemichi at least shouldn't his memories update to kind of so he knows what's going on?
No, but I think with him, he's like you said, it's the old version, the old man version of him coming back to the old man version, whereas Naruto is living the life through the timeline, whereas Takemichi is not really living that timeline as his old self, as his older self.
But then because his younger self has lived it, shouldn't that memories automatically be installed in his brain because he is the same person? And even though, yes, it's his future self.
This is the whole time travel debate, isn't it? Like, this is cool.
I just find it weird that he's just like, has no recollection. You know, like, okay, so yeah, we find out that a lot of Tomen are dead. All
of them. What?
Well,
Takemichi finished.
Takemichi's massacre.
Naito didn't mention like skilled characters, so the kind of characters we know about like Hakai, Mitsuya, Chifuyu, dead.
All the main ones are dead, bro. So if all the main captains are dead, the rest of them just disbanded. So Toman's finished.
We don't know about Mucho. We do know if he's dead. We don't know if Smiley. We don't know if Happy's dead. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, but I think if the main characters were dead, those characters would go, "Well, I'm not about it."
those
anymore."
characters are main characters, though.
Exactly.
They're like generals
They're not-
in the
I know,
Yeah,
but they
but-
wouldn't be about it though. They wouldn't be about it. I don't think.
They won't be
You
about
think
it, mate.
Mucho wouldn't be about it if Tolman Mucho's like older than all of them, and he drives a car, bro. That guy's
Okay,
a
so but
he's a proper.
who's their leader?
Yeah, I know he's a
Mate,
leader. But
Who's
I'm
their
saying,
leader? Man like Mikey with the low hair. Yeah?
you know,
He's
funny about
fucking everyone.
funny about his hair. Yeah, let me jump into his hair 1 minute. Yeah, what I find funny in all of those flashbacks. Yeah, is how is Mikey at times to have so many different hairstyles. Yeah, when he's just murdering man. You know what I mean? Every scene, the new hairstyle. I'm like, who's his hairdresser? Why
His barber's doing bits,
I
mate.
think it's
Yeah, which one of Tommen is wants to be a hair cutter? I swear there's one of them. One.
He's Takemichi's mate.
He's Takamiki's mate, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's him doing Mikey's hair.
Yeah, but what I find funny though, yeah, because Mikey definitely goes to hairdresser. Barbers are not doing that. They're not styling your hair like that, man. Because Mikey, you know what I mean? One time he's got hair covering his face. I'm like, bruv, this guy. Anyway, so yeah, Takemichi finds out that all of Tolman, well, not all of them, but a lot of the founder members are dead. And then obviously Naito comes and tells him we think Mikey's a suspect. And then there's a bit of two different, you know, like how Takemichi finds out that it's Mikey when he reads the note or whatever. Yeah. In the anime, you see the keys, Mikey's keys on his desk, or he like all the keys from the bike. I think that's how he reminisces. But in the manga, that scene doesn't happen, so you don't see.
Oh, really?
You don't see the keys. Takemichi just goes, "Oh, it's kind of like it's from Manila in the Philippines, so it must be Mikey because that's the only guy he knows what he used."
Yeah.
So there's a bit of difference. It doesn't really take much off the episode, but it's a bit of a, I don't know, weird flex.
I think the keys are there an improvement then because that's how he can piece the Philippines together with Mikey's, the whole bike situation.
But I mean, the thing is, Mikey did just tell him about the Philippines.
I know that, but that's kind of almost like a little throwaway conversation, or well, not a throwaway conversation, but it's the keys that would trigger that.
No, that was a big conversation, Lewis. That was a massive conversation. It was like 20 minutes of the episode of that conversation.
Bruv.
Yeah,
I know, but that's the thing. Man's just come back. He's found out everyone is dead, and then you see a letter and it says from Philippines. I know me. I'm not going to go, oh, that's Mikey. But then if you see the keys come out as well, you go, oh.
I get you.
It could be any Tolman member. And the thing is, well, anyway, cool. All right, look, cool, man. I think that it doesn't add anything to the episode. It's just a random scene. And there's a few of these random scenes that were in there for no reason. Like, but I'll jump into that. So one thing I do want to ask you. Okay, so when Takemichi heads now to the Philippines, to the random place where Mikey talked about, only God knows how he got the address for that random place.
I was gonna say that because that information wasn't brought up. It wasn't brought up.
Unless on the return address on the postcard is written there and we just didn't notice it. But I didn't.
That's a reach.
I don't know where, because that's a random abandoned building that Takemichi's randomly found, and Mike happened to be there. Also,
but it looks like a junkyard though, so maybe there's not that many junkyards in the Philippines, and that's
so in Manila, there's not many junkyards.
That's what you're trying to say, fam.
You can't. It's a massive city.
Have you been to the Philippines?
Bro. I've never been to the Philippines, but bro, it's a bigger city, man.
It's a city. There's not going to be. You must have searched loads of junkyards, but
he's also working with a police officer, so maybe he can do his intel. Find out areas.
True. But one thing, okay, with the police officer Naito, yeah. So in the manga, yeah, like when Takemichi arrives at that location.
Yeah.
In the manga, we see him arrive by himself, innit? So, but in the manga, you see Naito come with him. So the significance of this, and which it's a bit interesting, is that when the whole ret-a-tat thing happens with Mikey's gonna shoot Takemichi and stuff, yeah.
The whole ret-a-tat, that's important, but don't just gloss over the team like that. Wait.
No, wait, Phil, wait. Look, I just want to finish this one point, and we'll go into that. But I'm saying, so in the manga, obviously Takemichi comes by himself. You don't see him with Naito in it, so you think, there's more suspense. You think, Takemichi's by himself. Mikey's gonna kill him, and then obviously Naito shoots him.
Yeah.
But then in the anime, they appear together. And
they come together. So it
takes away the suspense. Well, it did for me anyway, because then
a little bit. A little bit.
Because then you're like,
A little
Naito's
bit.
gonna definitely appear in some sort of capacity, whether you know what I mean. You
Yeah.
know, he's not
Mhm.
alone. So I just think
Yeah,
that whole
true.
scene just took away the suspense of that scene a little bit for me. And obviously, if I watched the anime first, then read the manga, I would have been like, kind of reaching for like, you know what I mean? It's just taken away a little bit.
Yeah, I
But
feel
okay,
you. I feel
let's
you.
go to Dr. Phil's
Bruv.
emotional saga between
Come on, man. That was
Takemichi and
great,
Mikey.
man.
Go on,
That
Dr.
was
Phil,
great.
break it down for us.
That
Go
was
on.
Well, it's sick,
Mikey.
man.
It's not nothing really to break down. Mikey was there saying, "Yo, he had a whole existential crisis. Like, yo, I'm not trying to do this toll man thing. Why did you leave and all of that? Come on." Yeah, everything
Mikey's
basically changed after Takamichi took that picture and then said he's gonna leave, right? And then he basically succumbed to the darkness, went down to the dark side.
Mikey spat his
So
dummy out. He's like, "Oh, Mikey is a guy that gets his own way through violence." And then this time
listen,
he couldn't do that. So he's like, "All right, cool. I'll just kill everyone." And he even
exactly.
said
And
it.
then that's
It's
the
mad.
mad thing about it, right? He literally just said, "Yeah, I'm gonna kill everyone, force my man to come back, and then end my shit."
Exactly. It's ridiculous. He's just basically like, thank God Takemichi can time travel, because if not, what a like pointless way to die, man. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
and you know what's interesting about the Toman members like
Oh,
Hakai and
wait. Yeah.
go on.
If Takamichi didn't come back, yeah,
Mm.
do you think he would have killed himself?
Ooh.
Well, I don't know. I mean, what was he doing in that junkyard? Was he just waiting for
That's what
Takemichi
I'm
the whole
saying.
time?
My man is just posted up. He could have been like, you know what? This is where my brother found the ting. I have memories here with my bro. So, you know, I'm just going to end my ting right here. My book is ended. So,
Mikey's depressed and he's killed everyone, so I wouldn't put it past
exactly.
him. I wouldn't put it
I
past him
wouldn't
to
put
kill
it past
himself.
him neither. And he had a loaded gun. He was remember my man was just sitting. No, he wasn't. He was standing on the top of the thing, just looking into the sky.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell, bro?
He's literally a broken man. He's literally gone. You know what I mean? And obviously this
Well,
is
he's
because
killed all his friends, isn't he? Jeez.
I
Exactly.
mean, you can't kill your friend and then be upset that you killed your friends. That just doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. He's got
Like,
definitely something wrong upstairs.
But what I was gonna say, yeah, you know, like when we saw the flashbacks of all the Torment members, and Hakai was like, "Oh yeah, I want to hang out Takemichi one more time," and they were like, "Takemichi one more time." So you know what earlier I was saying, like, does Takemichi not get his memories from the past yet? From that time to this time, yeah. I just want to know, why are they so like in love with Takemichi? Like, they're so gassing him. We know about obviously what happened in the arc just now, but all of this is like years after that. So I just find it interesting how their friendship developed. That they was so.
You know what? My theory on it, right, is all of them rate Mikey so much, right? All of them rate Mikey so much,
Yeah.
and the only and Mikey rates Takamichi best, right? Remember, technically this is just a random Donny that just like came into the gang, fam, and then Mikey just like basically said, "Okay, you're my little crony, innit?" Yeah. So because Mikey rates him so much, everyone else is rating him, and then like they're seeing how he's moving. Like, okay, we're gonna go and break the truce and go and help my man, right? Help deal with the family situation, right? And he's like, okay, I'm gonna take initiative and do that. So maybe like these quote unquote boss leader moves that he's done made everyone rate him. And then plus adding that Mikey rates him as well. So just added.
Yeah.
Yeah, he comes across like I guess they would see him as selfless. He's always like just being super heroic. Obviously, they don't know why he's like that. So he would be quite you would come towards him because he's always like trying to do the right thing, help everyone, be so passionate. So like, oh man, he's gonna ride for us like that. Wow. But my question is, where is he after that photo? Obviously, he's still enrolled into the school, like he's still a child. Is he not local? Like for them just to go, oh hey,
Big
Takamichi,
facts.
let's go play games on your
Big facts.
PlayStation.
Well, so this is my question. Exactly. This is like, we don't ever get to see young Takemichi ever. We never really get to see how he's living. That you know what I mean. We never really get to see the past Takemichi, like what, because I think there's a bit with Chifuyu where Chifuyu came and met him, and he was like, "Oh, it's you, the future Takemichi, not the younger, not the younger one." And obviously they know they're different. So I wonder, what relationship he had to everybody in that Takemichi has. You know what I mean? Because it's just because like Lewis is
It
saying,
might just be blank.
Right, you might put he's a different person. I don't know, man.
He'll be a totally different person because exactly from what you just said, with the Shifu thing, like he goes and he like actually talks to him, he's like, oh, this is you from the.
But it'd be interesting to see
it.
that. Just have a episode about that. You know how they are without the future one. Because
that would be great, but we know they ain't gonna do it. So
yeah, we know they can do it, but that'll be. But who do you think had the worst death out of everyone? I think Hakai, man, bloody hell.
He got burnt, innit?
Burnt alive, bro.
He got burnt alive. Yeah, that's
in a building,
bro. I don't see it. God,
Mikey's a psycho, bro.
Yeah, he's fully.
He cooked him,
bro. He tied him up.
Legit cooked him.
He stood
roast
there,
beef, bro.
Yeah, and then Hakai's last word was like, "Oh, I just want to hang out with you, Takemichi." And I'm like, Hakai, come on, man, you're dying, bro. So is
that your last word,
man. And then Takemichi. That's why I want to know what happened, because their last words were like Takemichi. Even Chifuyu was like, "Oh yeah, you remember Takemichi?" And Mikey's like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah." When you see him, he'll act like he's been from the past. He'll act the same as he was from the past. And Mikey's like, "You lot are crazy." What? And that's what I wonder. Like, what is Takemichi means too much to these lot? No, be interested to see what happened. But
definitely will be interesting. It would have been interesting to see how that development was as the young Takemichi.
But yeah, good episode all in all. Adapted 5 chapters really, really well. We're at the last episode now. I honestly think they're going to do one of the fillers. There was not a filler, there was a background flashback chapter. You know, they had the 2 flashback chapters at the end of the arc. I think one of them is going to be half the episode, and the other half is going to be him in the future. I mean, what's your predictions? Do you think is going to happen?
To be honest, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't predict the bowling arc that we had, right? So they might be like, you know what, we're gonna end it with like half of a bowling arc and then give it some kind of cliffhanger at the end. So
what if Mikey burns Takemichi and they're like, oh yeah, this anime didn't really do that well, so we're gonna do our own ending?
How's it gonna burn
him? Huh?
How's it gonna burn him?
I don't know. We might go to the past, and I don't know. Some animes do that on endings. They just like being like they're like fuck it,
just hellfire straight.
Let's just do our own ending. Lewis, do you have any predictions? What you think? Oh, well, actually, no predictions. We've already read it, so what's the point?
But no, you can still say predictions because we don't know what they're going to do. They can do whatever they want. Like we've read the manga, and we like it, but they don't have to adapt it.
So how do you think it's going to go, Lewis?
I think it's going to end him going back, and that's I don't know how we're going to get to that bit. He's probably going to cry for ages after Mikey dying, and then he's going to go back.
Hopefully it's good cliffhanger, because last season's cliffhanger was amazing, obviously, with Kisaki shooting the gun when he tied them up.
I feel like I want to read all of the chapters to see it. I don't know why I want to ruin it for myself.
So then, Eugene, you said this one covered what, 4 chapters, isn't it? 5 chapters, right? So if we covered 5, yeah, why are you laughing at Lewis, bro? Anyway, yeah, covered 5 chapters, yeah. So even though you said it is gonna have like the filler bit,
I think so.
Right? Do you feel like they'll have like maybe 3 chapters from whatever it is from the manga and then have this filler thing?
So I think they already covered one of the filler chapters. I think 122 was already covered earlier. That was the Draken and Mitsuya flashback. So I think because it's been covered already, I think then they'll do chapters 120, 121, and potentially either do 123. But then I think 123 is the flashback, or it's the start of no, because one of the chapters doesn't end on like a big cliffhanger like the last one does. None of these chapters do. So I don't know.
That's the point. I
don't know how they're going to actually end it, unless they end it with just him in the future, and then Chifuyu comes and says, or whoever comes and meets him and goes, "Oh, it's you," and it ends like that. Unless they do that way, but I don't know, because the chapters, they don't end like as dramatic as the other one does, isn't it? So.
But they might add something. They might even add something that's not in the manga.
Well, this is it, and let's hope that it's something good, man. Like, I don't know. Taiju's like, yeah, let's Let's rumble again.
Or they could maybe bring in, right, like one of the later characters and be like, yeah, boom, this is new Donnie.
If it ends with that, because actually, if there is a scene, actually, I think in one of the chapters where before it says the next arc's about to start, it's
You see a random person.
Hisaki and random guy who we know who it is. I think that's how it's gonna end. And then it'll go, and then it'll do, I think it will end like that.
Okay. We'll see.
I think it'll be flashback half the episode and end with that. All right, guys. Well,
cool.
Do you want to give your scores?
I liked it. I like this episode. I like this a lot more than the last couple ones. I'm not gonna lie. So I would say it's like a 9. It's a 9 episode for me.
Wow.
Perfect. Yeah, just because of the Mikey stuff. Yeah, just because of the Mikey stuff. That's really it. But yeah.
Lewis?
Yeah, 9 for me. It was a lot better than it has been, and it had a nice emotional element to it, which I thought they did well.
I'll give it 8.
Go on, be a hater.
I said I'll give it 8.
Right,
it was a good episode. It did what it had to do. There was a lot of I think it handled all the kind of dark stuff really well. Obviously shout out to Mikey's hairdresser, keeping him
looking fly.
Keeping him fly when he's killing man.
When he's killing man.
You know what I mean? Let's no, it was a good episode. Let's hope the final episode. We don't know how long it's going to be for the next season for you to come out in it. I reckon it won't be as long this time. But let's hope that the finale is amazing and it just blows off the way with a big cliffhanger. So the next anime is Vinland Saga episode 12. This adapts chapters 77 and 78 for The Love That Was Lost. Man, you know what? We're finally at the madness.
Ramping.
And for starters, Lewis, because obviously you've not read the manga yet, what are your thoughts on the madness is here, man?
Bro, this is it just gets better and better. Like every episode, it just keeps ramping up. And this one has got so many different layers to it. It's incredible. And to finally see Forgil just mash up people on some next level.
Mash up
was flipping incredible. Mate.
That's not even a word, man.
Not even the word. He was bisecting people, dissecting. I don't even know if I'm saying the right words. Yo, he must have cut one dude in half this way. Yeah, bam. Yeah. And then he cut that same person this way. Bam. So he had like a piece of like shoulder and arm just laying in the air. Yeah. And then the rest of his body just bro, he was just finished.
But you know what's interesting when Wolf said, "Oh yeah, Forgil was a great subordinate." I'm like, great, that guy is. If I was a soldier, if I was a general, I'm like, this guy's
the captain, bro.
Exactly. Bro. But you know what's interesting? In that fight, there was so they added extra bit in the fight. You know, he had the 2 swords, and when he caught the sword, and so that was in the manga. But I thought that was much better. No, I'm saying that was much better.
Exactly.
Relax. Let me finish.
Exactly.
No, I'm saying it was much better the way they did it with the 2 swords, and that just made Forgil much more of a beast. Much more of a beast. Anyway, sorry, Lewis. Let's not.
Continue.
Continue. But no, it was that incredible. And even was it Wolf that flicked the coin?
No.
It was on next time.
We've not been told.
Bro, that guy. I can't wait to see that guy.
He's got attackers as well.
Bro, there's a bit too many. So there's Thorfinn, and there's Forgil, and there's like too many random powerful people. Like there's Wolf. There's this new coin flicking guy who flicks at a butterfly and he killed it. Where are the people all coming from? You know what I mean?
It's ramping though. It's starting to.
There's just too many.
These are just the other characters that make the story. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm pointing it down to, because like if that coin flicking guy didn't say what he said to the guards, right? They would have. I don't think that would have really have happened. Like the whole plan would have actually went through. They would have killed. They would have ended up killing. They would have ended up like fighting one of the guards, and then they would have like got Ketil's farm and all that kind of stuff, because they would have got Ketil in jail as part of the plan that they had.
But I feel like this all plays out to Canute's plan. And I almost feel like Forgil. What's the hench guy? Forgil. He's almost part of it. I feel like he's part of it as well. I feel like he wanted to do this. I feel like he's trying to like mess up his dad.
I don't know. He doesn't. He just seems like he likes the beef, man. He likes the beef, man. That's
No, because he saw the guy's eye and he knew that it wasn't him that killed him.
But then
There
when
was someone else.
but then when you listen to what he said, he's like, so okay, why did you allow Omar win? Right? What's the plan? Right? So he might just be like, you know what, battle strategy, like I'm trying to plot what's going on here.
Fair.
So
yeah. Fair.
But then let's leave Fogel for a moment. Omar's reaction to killing the man, that guy, oh my God.
It was always going to be like that, wasn't it?
Such a, yeah. He like, the thing is, he gassed and gassed and gassed, and drew his sword. When he finally did it, he's like, what? I've killed somebody. Yeah, no, I just, it was interesting to see how much he crept into his shell. And Ketil, that guy cracks me up, man. The way he's
Yeah.
he's like, I'm not even coming out here. He's so vexed. He's just so he's so mad. It's just,
but then, in all honesty, I'm maybe we spoke about it in previous videos, but with Omar, right? I kind of watching it. I kind of suspected that he would react like the way he reacted, right? Because he knows that he ain't really killing no one, right? So for it to happen is a total shock in his mind.
It goes to that saying, the loudest in the room is always the weakest. You know what I mean? And he was always one shouting, rah, 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 rah. And then when he did it, he's like, rah. And you know what? It wasn't even like shock, like, rah, I'm sick. I killed somebody. It was like, oh my God, what have I done?
What have I done? Like, whoa.
That was the madness of it. Because I thought, at first, when I read it, I thought, he's going to be like gassed, thinking that he's like, I'm now going to take 1,000 wives. I've now killed somebody. I'm that man in it.
Man to the 1,000 wives, you know.
I know.
I thought he'll be on that gas.
1,000 wives.
You know what I mean? I thought he'll be on that gas level, where he's like, I'm emperor of the universe because now I've dumped somebody. But he literally cried, man. You know what I mean? I actually couldn't believe that, to be honest.
I feel like his reaction is valid though. I feel like most people would probably react the same way he reacted.
Exactly. No.
Unless
you're right,
unless you're some like battle hardened guy or not even battle hardened, just some like you're just on crud.
No, but you know what though? Because the way he was always like gassing about like wanting to kill people and fighting that, I was thinking maybe when he did kill him, he'd be like, yeah, did that on purpose. Yeah, I'm that guy. Kind of like try and like front that he is like that guy. I thought he was front a little bit, but
but he might do in the future. If he survives in the future, he might be that kind of person. But that initial, oh wow, this is reality now. But in the future, he might brag the way you're saying.
Maybe. But in that instant, it was very interesting. But you know one thing, So Snake. Forgu said Snake trained him, So there's two questions in it. Obviously, how strong is Snake? But why isn't Snake trained Omar then?
Maybe because Omar's a moist Donny that is not meant to be holding a sword, and should like be on the farm picking up dirt, picking out the stones out of the dirt so they can sow the seeds in the dirt. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah, go and get a little hose and it's there spraying the water on the dirt. Yeah, and go and get your knees dirty and your hands dirty and go get the nail dirt underneath your fingernails. Go do that, bro.
Did Omar take your girl or something? Rob.
Moist done. He shouldn't be out there fighting no one.
The way they were laughing at him, saying you couldn't even kill a pig.
Bro, the pig was dead, bro. The pig was dead. He was dead. Can't even cut the thing. He shouldn't be doing nothing with a sword, man.
I think they were insulted when he put the sword out. They were just like, nah, bro, just put that thing away. But
exactly.
But I feel like it's Ketil that's told Snake not to train him. He was like, because his reaction to him killing someone, Omar killing someone, it was like he didn't want him to be part of that.
Yeah. And
it's like the youngest child thing, isn't it?
Yeah. And with that, right, with Ketil, because he has this apparent lore behind him, this apparent like legend behind him, Iron Fist Ketil and that, right? Yeah. So he comes from that, and then he's seen his oldest son take the mantle, right?
He doesn't like it.
And then he's like, he doesn't like it. So he's like, damn, stay away.
You have to remember, Ketil's a businessman. He's like got his slaves, obviously he's got his farm. In that era. The fact that Canute wants to take his land must mean that he's like rich. He's like wealthy.
Rich, yeah.
He's got his girls.
Yeah, man.
You know, he's got his wife. He's got his concubines or whatever. Yeah. So that's why he's just like. Well, it's true.
He's got them, man. He's
just like don't fuck this for me, man. Like, you know, I've been to war. I've been through all of this. I'm living cool now. Don't mess this up for me. And it's like, I think the thing is like with Thorgil, bruv, you don't have to do any of this. You can chill out with me on a farm. And that's why it's like, just don't mess this up for me. But yeah, it's just very interesting, the 3 different reactions to this whole scenario. But
yeah,
definitely.
Phil, so
Lewis, yeah. Have you noticed, right, that every Thor is a beast?
Yeah, they're all
every
serious.
Thor is a beast. Yeah, Thorfinn, yeah, Thorgil, and Thorkil. They're all mad thingies. So maybe, right, just like every character that's called Thor, because obviously where's his name Thor come from? The gods, blah 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 blah. So there's like just imbuing all of these characters with like power of Thor, not the power of Thor, but it's giving them like strength in it. So whenever you hear them, is go run for cover. Imagine all of them on the same team. They're matching up bad on it.
I know, man.
Even Bug Eyes as well. He's Thorfinn as well.
But he's like a waste man. That guy's a waste man. I swear his name really Thorfinn though. Like,
he's not. He's a
waste guy. He's a con man. But yeah, no, I hear that. I just find
that'd be sick.
The Thors.
Is that happening?
I can't tell you that.
What do you think? One of them's a farmer.
I can't tell you that, mate.
One's got one eye. You know what I mean? No, but I think that's very interesting though. And you know, it'll be funny to see if we do run into any more people with the name Thor in this show, and then we see if they are as battle already. You know what I mean? But I do wonder though if each of them like inhabits a different element of Thor or a different like characteristic of Thor, and that's why they all fight quite differently, don't they? But they're all like are sick in their
strong.
Discipline. You know what I mean?
They're all strong. Like if we're saying that, I don't know. I don't know much about like the lore of Thor and all that kind of stuff. But what is it? Thorkil, yeah, is big as hell. Right? So that could maybe just be the big overpowering physical presence or like physical strength of Thor. It might not be his physical size, but just like, yo, I'm so much stronger than everybody. So that's the only thing that's coming to my mind off top right now. Everyone else I can't picture.
No, but I think you're right though, because you know, like with Shazam, for example, the superhero, where like there's a different element, like speed of yeah. So I wonder if like in that element, each of them has like an attribute that the writer used to kind of define their character. That'd be quite interesting if he has done that. It's probably now we'd be like, yeah. We watch the podcast, we're like, yeah, that's what I did.
In it, imagine
that. I might do some research on it still. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't advise Lewis doing any research because you end up spoiling stuff.
I don't want to spoil it now.
It's not worth spoiling.
I'm having such a good time.
Yeah.
I stood up watching this one.
What I was gonna ask you? Oh, sorry.
I'm saying that's how much I liked it. Go on.
I was going to ask you, so obviously, we know now they're in a madness now. What was your reaction to when Canute's like, let's bring in Floki and the Joms Vikings? Because remember, that's who Thor was the leader of originally. So obviously we know Floki is not like, he's strong, but he's not like all that. But those, that's the elite guard of the king. Yeah. And they're ragged. Imagine they're now, what is it? 70 of them are going to this farm.
What's your thoughts? It's going to be so sick.
He's peak either way. Like every time I see the Joms Viking, I'm like, okay, cool. Even if they don't do nothing, I'm like, okay, everyone knows their place now. Doesn't matter who you are, how strong you are. Maybe Thorkil was the only one that's like, I don't give a damn, because he was with Thors. That's the only reason. He was one of them though. He was one of them, wasn't he? Exactly. And because he was with Thors and Thors was so strong. Right, so he's like, these man ain't this man, so I'm chilling, right? But everybody else, they need to just shut their mouth.
Are you interested to see? Obviously, we've seen Thorgil doing madness and go like he's sick in it. Are you interested to see Thorgil potentially Thorfinn and Snake defend the farm against these lot? That could be like because if Snake's trained Thorgil, and we've seen Snake is like quite strong anyway. Obviously,
Yeah.
Fox and Badger, they ain't
Yeah.
doing anything. They'll probably be dead in the first like scene. They probably won't have. They'll have off-screen death. But
They're gonna run.
But aren't you interested to see? I mean, I'm interested to see how Einar's gonna react to this because he's obviously like a wild card player.
Yeah.
But
He ain't gonna do. He ain't
no.
gonna help nothing though. Like he ain't got no battle experience. What?
Yeah,
that
I know.
little fight that he had the other day.
And these lot
That's
come with
it.
he hasn't got no sword experience as well. These are not coming with
Exactly.
fist
That's
fights, they come
true.
with swords.
No weapons. Yeah.
Exactly. So what? We got Snake. We got Thorfinn. We got Thorgil. And who's the last one you said?
Well, no, that's it. Einar's just there, isn't it?
Okay.
He's just there,
Okay.
but he's not really.
That'll be interesting. It'll definitely interesting.
And they're bringing 30 of Knut's men. But can I say one thing about Knut's men? Look. So you know the saying, "You are the company that you keep." Look how easily those guys ratted out.
You're trying to say man as a weasel, yeah? Go back to this weasel bullshit.
Weasel.
Fucking hell, bro.
Look. Look how easily they ratted out their king, bro. He didn't even hesitate. He's like, oh. And then, Fogel stabbed an eye. Fine. Fair enough.
Yeah, he juked him in the eye after he cut off his whole hand.
Yeah, but the way he ratted him out, though,
his boys. What are you on, fam?
Bro, the pain.
He's ratted him out though. I've seen in other like films and things, people not rat out for more, bro. This guy, and I'm just saying, like, you know what? This is why Knut doesn't take the wine because he knows he's in a kingdom for the weasels, man. You know what I mean?
Dude. Eugene, yeah? Eugene. Understand the reality, yeah?
Go on.
Bruv.
Let's come
My
back.
man literally just saw his whole team of like 6 man deep, 7 man deep. I can't remember, but that's about 6, yeah? All get folded by one Donny that didn't even try, fam. Wait, chill. Yeah, they didn't even try. He didn't even try. They didn't touch him. And then he lops off your hand with the quickness.
But
and then jukes you in your eye, bro.
But wait.
He's like, see, don't test me. Boom, jukes you in the eye.
Wait,
what are you doing?
Wait. In this era of like where we're at, a lot of these like Norse soldiers are all about being manly and being men. And don't you think a lot of them would rather be killed? Or also with this Valhalla thing, a lot of them would rather be killed, go to Valhalla than rat out their king. This is not just any guy you rat out.
Wait.
And wait. You rat out the king. So either you're dead, either Thorgil kills you there, or you rat the king, you die. You're dead either way.
But then listen, listen, right? The Valhalla thing, you just need to die in battle, bro.
That's not.
You don't need to be honorable. You just need to die in battle. He was in battle technically, fam.
No, he was.
He was technically in battle
and slapped them up. That wasn't a fight. That was in a battle.
He was technically in battle, and he got folded. It's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you.
If Messi's playing a 5-year-old, it's still a football match, isn't it? It's still a little football, you know what I'm saying?
Have you seen? I think Steph Curry does. One basketballer is playing against his daughter. Yeah, his daughter's like 2. He does like step up, puts it through his leg, and then she drops on the floor, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's
still one.
That's not a thing.
Still a match.
I'm sorry, that's not a match. But look, all I'm saying, Knut, you're the company you keep. You're a weasel. You got a kingdom full of weasels who are ready to rat you out. This is why he's not drinking the wine. This is why he's not eating food. He probably doesn't eat. He probably doesn't eat at all. You know. Watch if Wolf could potentially rat him out as well, like, or do something to stab him in the back. Just saying, innit? I'm just saying. It just made me laugh that they didn't hesitate to be like, oh yeah, and they split the whole plan. They didn't even split half a plan. The whole. Plan.
He didn't have a chance to hesitate, bro. He just got juked in the eye.
Lewis,
man said, "Yo, I told you, yeah, don't test my patience." Bang, I gone. What are you on, bro?
No, I know.
And the problem is with those ones, they were like just the market police. You know, they're the market police.
Nobody.
They're not even like top boys.
So then while they're walking all gas, like, yeah, we're the king's guard. Shut up. The thing is,
pre the thing, right? So they was told by somebody else to tell my man that the plan, right? So they're like the underlings of the underlings. So they're not even really King's Guard, man, then, bro. You have to use your noodle. Bro.
Either way, those lot are rats, man. Knut's got a kingdom full of rats, man. That's it, man. Yeah. I know you guys have a boy crush on Knut, and like you don't like me. You don't like me cussing your boy. You don't like me cussing your boy, but it's fine.
You caught me.
Let's give our scores. Next episode is going to be fantastic. Actually, no. So before we give our scores, the ending when they got rescued by life. Now, what do you think?
That was good.
Thorfinn, Lewis, and when they're different reunions, what do you think can happen with the reunion?
Definitely gonna have to happen.
Because as well, Canut's only gonna take 3 days to reach the farm, and but wasn't it? Didn't Life say the other day it was 5 days if he was gonna go with Ketil? I'm sure they said something.
Maybe because of the boat size, isn't it? Never know.
It might be, it might be. But sorry, Lewis, yeah. What do you think is gonna happen?
What with Life and Thorfinn?
Yeah. The reunion. Since you guys are on the
I think it's going to be an awkward interaction, I reckon, where Life is going to be so wanting to hug him up. But Thorfinn has obviously gone through his like mental process of probably blocking certain things out or whatnot. So I don't think he will know how to feel, but he will feel there's going to be the little Thorfinn in him, mini Thorfinn before this crap happened, that's going to probably cry inside him. So it's going to be confliction. My most excitement is when Canute sees Thorfinn. That is the interaction I want to see. Because they are kind of companions, isn't it? They're like, they are.
No, they're not. Not anymore.
No, but I mean, in a sense, they travel together. There's a history with them. So to see them again.
But was Thorfinn anyone's mate? Like that
no, he wasn't.
He wasn't, right? And then now they're in basically like they've like swapped places.
Yeah.
Like Thorfinn is the more quote unquote timid one now, and Canute is the one that's I'm on smoke.
Well, so, on being underhanded, but on smoke. Yeah.
And also that big guy that rolls with Canute, I can't remember his name, the Viking guy. Yeah, so he's going to see Thorfinn at a point as well.
Is he going to go? I don't know if he's going to go there because I think isn't he? He was I think is he not in England still? No, are they in? Where are they? They're not in England, are they?
I swear, didn't Canute say he was waiting for him to come or whatever before they go off?
I think he did still.
I probably did then. Oh wow, that's
he's going to wait for him to come and then they're going to go, which is going to take 3 days or something. So then that will give obviously
right. Yeah.
I don't even with the way the episode ended, I low-key thought that they were gonna get to the place like when Thorfinn like got up and looked towards the sea. I
hear that.
For some weird reason, I was like, is he gonna look and see a boat and then be like, oh okay, they're back. Our freedom, we can actually have our freedom now because remember he said when they get back, you're a free man.
Yeah.
So
it's like, have you ever seen a sunset before? I'm thinking, of course he's seen a bloody sunset.
But you need some of those like wise things from Thorfinn. He has been saying a lot of Instagrammable quotes the last couple of episodes, so continues the trend. You know what I mean? But do you guys want to give your scores for this episode?
Yeah, Lewis, what you got?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Straight.
10 out of 10. I'll give it a 10 out of 10 as well. I'll give it a 10 out of 10. Great animation. I feel like the obviously the fight scene carried it, right? But just the it's maybe not even just the fight scene, like even the parts where they were like when they were talking, right? Well, when Doggy was talking and you could see his face, the way they had his face like drawn and colored and stuff was cool to me. So yeah, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it 10 out of 10 as well. You know what? That fight scene. Even when you read the manga, you're like, this is sick, but the anime, man, like it's so well choreographed, and I think it's the music and it's the contrast, like when almost like they're like crapping himself because he's killed someone, and you see in the background just Fogel murking everyone. All of that contrast has been well animated and like well scripted. And I just think it just keeps getting better and better. And you know what? Obviously, I know Fogel was the best, the funniest, and the best in the episode, but Ketil was my favorite character this episode. His reaction to all it just cracked me up so much. He's such an angry dad, man. He's just the way he did it. It was just like, he wasn't even mad anyone's dead. He's just like, can't believe what you know what I mean? Like, when you're disappointed your dad.
They're messing up his bag completely. Like,
this is it. He came here and he's like, look, we're impressed. He's like, oh my, you've already done the dumbness like the other day and embarrassed me. And now Fogel, you're doing this. And I just found him so funny the whole episode. And that was
And it's when he doesn't want to come out the barrel either in the boat.
Even though it's been hours, he's just so vexed. He's like, I can't believe you've got. Like, obviously, even when he finds out that it's all like a big ploy, a trick from Canoe, he's still vexed with them too. He's just like,
oh yeah,
you know what I mean? But yeah, no, Vinland Saga is. We still got loads. Like, only halfway through actually. We've got loads left.
I can't wait.
Yeah, we got a lot. So thanks for joining us, guys, again for another epic episode of the Panel Frames Anime Podcast. One episode left of Tokyo Revengers. How is it going to end? Like, is it going to match last season's cliffhanger, or are we going to be, you know, subjected to some bowling arc or some sort of friendship filler? Or I'm going to get I'm going to get a madness, which is what we want to end. And Vinland Saga, next week's episode, can there be an 11 out of 10? Can it top this week's episode? But yeah, the roller coaster of madness is we're hitting a peak. How far we're going to get. Like, subscribe, and comment below, and let us know what you thought about these episodes. See you guys later.
Peace.
See ya.